Welcome to Bootstrapped Unicorns. I'm your host, Josh Pies, and this is the show where scrappy founders, rebellious visionaries, and business misfits pull back the curtain on what it really takes to build something extraordinary from absolutely nothing. No trust fund, no fairy god investor, just grit, duct tape, caffeine, yeah, and that dream. We're talking about the wild, unfiltered ride of turning chaos into cash flow and ideas into impact. So buckle up. This is no Disney movie, but there might be some magic. Let's face it, even Elon started in a garage. So without further ado, let's get to the next episode. Welcome to Bootstrapped Unicorns, presented by C47 Digital Studios. Bootstrapped Unicorns, we are back with another episode. This is Josh Pies, and yeah, I'm still the host. Hasn't changed. And I'm glad you're here because we're going to be talking with the very man who's actually my bookkeeper, and he might be your bookkeeper after you listen to this, Dan Roberts from Accurate Bookkeeping Solutions. And you know, we're going to go over a hot take. I don't know where we're going with it, but we're going to find out. And before I do that, I do need to remind you that this is a sponsored show. That's right. And who's the sponsor? My own business. C47 Digital Studios is your resource for video podcasting. And if you want to do this for your business, and what is this? It's podcasting, it's video podcasting. So it shows up on YouTube. It gets all cut up and turns into shorts and chapters and all these things that can go back out into the interwebs on all the socials. So you're checking off a whole bunch of really important business mandates, and you know this, it's the Trojan horse aspect. Having great guests on your show helps you build rapport and relationships with people who are important in your world, like I'm doing right now with Dan. I get to hang out with him. I get to learn from him. I get to have my audience learn from him as well. We also, as a result, build trust and authority with our audience. It's a wise business decision to do things that matter with people who matter. That's what I'm doing right now. And that's what you could be doing for your business while getting all those important boxes checked. So I want you to learn more about this. Go to makeitashow.com, makeitashow.com. My free ebook is right there. You just grab it. You can learn the process, figure it out for yourself. If you don't like it, maybe you'll never do it. That's okay. I get it. If you like it, you're going to implement it yourself. Let me know. I want to cheer you on. And if you like it and you go, ooh, I got to have somebody else do it, I'm selling to you, right? That's what I'm doing right now. You can call us. We can help you. So without further ado, though, Dan, I'm glad you're on the show.
Thanks, Josh. I appreciate it. I'm excited to be there.
All right. Well, I'm excited you're here. And we've been working together for how many years now? 3 years, 2 years?
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm glad I don't have to pretend I'm a bookkeeper anymore.
That's good. Yeah.
Let's jump right. Yeah. I love how he just said that.
Well,
that's good. You need to stop doing your own books, Josh. You screw things up. Actually, you've got a hot take. Let's talk about this. We talked about this off the air, so I know a little bit of what's coming.
Okay. My hot take is that small businesses are paying too much in taxes.
Because why?
Because they do not do their bookkeeping and keep it up to date.
Okay. Well, I suppose that makes actually a lot of sense. Now, where is the tax implication in that? Is it, are the taxes being filled out wrong?
No, not at all. So basically, when you're keeping up with your bookkeeping, especially this time of year, because we're getting into the fourth quarter, if you're making a lot of money, and I have customers who are making a lot of money through 3 quarters or halfway through the year, that they have time to plan to help defer some of those taxes that they may have to pay at the end of the year.
Okay.
By getting with their CPA, there's strategies that they have to help defer some of those taxes so that your tax bill is not going to be as much at the end of the year as it could be if you were just flying by the seat of your pants.
Yep.
Doing your bookkeeping at the end of the year all at one time.
Why are you picking on me?
No, you used to be like that.
Yeah.
But you're not anymore.
That's correct.
Because you decided to have me help you a couple, 3 years ago. So now you have your all your financials every month and you know where you stand. And when you come to this time of year, you have an idea of how much you're going to have to pay in taxes possibly at the end of the year. And you can make adjustments based on that. Yeah,
that makes sense. So, you know, your hot take was so kind in comparison to the way I'm going to phrase it on your behalf. Small business owners suck dead moose at doing their own accounting. So you should hire somebody who's a quality bookkeeper who can keep your ass in gear and in line. That's my version of his hot take, because that's exactly what it was for me.
Yeah. I mean, Yes, I was trying to be nice.
No, you don't. Let's not sugarcoat it, because entrepreneurship is hard enough. It's
totally.
We all get into our businesses. Now you're the difference, because you actually know books, and so doing for your own accounting, your own bookkeeping business, you'll handle it, right?
Exactly.
But
yes,
we've got a friend Doug with his own electrical company. He shouldn't be doing his books.
Right.
We are in marketing, advertising, and entertainment. We're not accountants. We shouldn't be doing our books. We shouldn't be doing our bookkeeping. We just know that most entrepreneurs get into something because they're good at that thing.
Right.
But they're not good at all of the things.
Right. Exactly. And you should spend your time on the thing that you're good at.
Right.
Which is helping grow your business. Doing your bookkeeping does not grow your business. You're taking time away from yourself that you could be spending on growing your business, what you're good at inside your business.
Yeah. And
let somebody else do the bookkeeping. But it's really important to have it done on a regular basis so that you know what's going on in your business. I mean, it's the most important part of your business is your finances. If you're not making money, you're not going to be around.
Yeah. Why even do it if you can't fit? Right. The money is the point of the business at the end of the day.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you think you're just going by the bank balance that you have, that can be very deceiving.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
I've lived
it. Having regular bookkeeping every month and having statements, everything, besides having the tax advantage of it.
Yeah.
You might have to go to the bank and get a loan for a new vehicle for your company. Or you might think about buying a building for your company. Well, what's the bank going to want? They're going to want the last 3 years of your financial statements. If you don't have those because you're not keeping up, they're not going to loan you the money.
Right, which means now you're in a chase. You got to pay somebody to catch it all up if you're going to do it at all.
Yes.
Yeah, and so you might cancel the idea completely, or you might pay a crap ton of money to fix the fact that you should have been doing it a long time ago.
Yes. Yeah. But it just makes it easier to have everything up to date because you can make decisions every month on your business based on what has happened in the last month or last quarter or last 6 months. You can look at, okay, the first half of my year, I did this. My goal was this. I'm a little bit short in my revenues and my expenses are a little high. What can we do in the next 6 months to rectify that so that at the end of the year, I'm where I wanted to be?
Right. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So audience, you should know that Dan and I are working together on a video project where he's going to do some education for entrepreneurs to just catch you up on some of the basic thought concepts around this, because I think it'll set the hook for a lot of people that they really needed to be doing this a long time ago.
Yeah.
Because I mean, you had to do some of that with me, and you guys know I'm an MBA. I've been through all the education, but when you step into the work of doing the business you chose, it's amazing how you can forget that crap.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah. So one of the things I wanted to ask you while I've got you is, you and I every month talk about 2 key statements. And I'm wondering if you could just reveal the critical names of these statements that people should be looking at, and then the thought processes that you're hoping people will get used to thinking about when they're looking at these statements. Because, again, if you were a killer, awesome plumber or electrician starting your small business, you might not even know what these statements are, let alone what to think about them.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so the 2 main statements that we look at is the profit and loss, which tells you your income, your expenses, and the bottom line of how much you made. Okay. So you can look at those and review them, and I do that with my customers so that they understand how much their sales were. What is your goal for this year? Are you meeting that goal for sales? For revenue, are you for the expenses, not the revenue? For the expenses, are some of the categories too high? Are you paying too much in payroll, more than you had figured? Mm-hmm. So you can look at all that stuff and see what adjustment you can make on the P&L in your business so that you make more money. Because that's the bottom line. We're all in business as self-employed people to make more money.
That's exactly it.
I mean, we want to make money and we want freedom.
Things are falling. We're going to ignore it.
Okay. And you want freedom and you want to make money and you want to be your own boss. And that's why you do all this. So let's make money because that's what you're here for. So looking at the P&L, and then the other one is a balance sheet, which really is a total different animal that people don't understand at all. It's going to tell you basically where you stand financially as a business, with the cash that you have, the debts that you have, and how much your company is actually worth at that point.
Right. So it's an overall look at the business instead of kind of a procedural look at the business, I guess.
Yes, it's a different view of the business for sure. Yes. So yeah, because the P&L is going to kind of tell you what's going on day to day, month to month, or whatever. The balance sheet is more, okay, for the year we did this, and where are we as far as like your P&L is not going to show any debts that you have, any loans, or your assets, any assets, your vehicles, how much cash you have in the bank. So they're two totally different statements.
Interesting. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, and it takes a little bit, I know for me, and it's embarrassing to say, but I'll say it out loud. I kind of started to devalue them because I was so busy.
Yeah.
Right. And I allowed busyness to be my excuse. And I was the guy who could look at my bank account and go, okay, that's the balance. I got 9 invoices out. I could probably rattle them off and round them and then add them up in my head and then put that against what's also my balance.
Right.
And then round all of my expenses in my head. And this is what I saw a character on TV do this. He goes, it's about that.
Yeah.
And that was his version of math. Right?
Yeah,
He'd literally slap his bald head,
yeah,
peel his hand away from his face,
yeah,
and like have the answer. And that was actually my approach. And I'll be honest, it actually kind of worked. It kind of worked for a while.
Right.
The problem is you don't know when it stops working.
Right.
You don't know because it's covertly broken. And then you go, oh, crap. And you couldn't see it because the real numbers weren't there.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's what it's all about. I mean, your bank balance, obviously you have money in the bank. Okay, that's great. But like the balance sheet is going to show you how much you owe to people.
Yeah.
How many payrolls do you have? I mean, so that cash in the bank could be nothing because it could be
very
all
spoken
spent plus.
Yes.
So going by a bank balance is one thing. I mean, if you're getting ready to do payroll and you got to make sure you have enough money in there to do it, I understand that. But to not have financial statements that actually tell you what's going on inside the business is a mistake. Yeah.
Yep. Scary stuff. So this is a hot takes episode. And we always try to pivot to a personal hot take. So this is the segment where we move on to a personal hot take. Dan, do you got something that's on your mind that's not business related, that's fire hot, coal burning in your shorts?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Because football season starts in about 3 weeks.
I already know where this is going. Okay, keep going.
And this is a year for my Buffalo Bills to finally win that Super Bowl that they've been trying to win for about 65 years.
Is it really 65 years?
I think they started in 1960. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, 65 years.
So part of me wants to grouse about the Buffalo Bills right now because I know our audience probably doesn't know this story and maybe I should tell it on the air at some point. But if you're interested, the Buffalo Bills almost ruined my wedding. And I can tell you that story another time. But Shannon and I have always held this like comical gripe against them over this.
Yeah.
And it's all tongue in cheek, actually.
Yeah.
I was Bills Mafia my whole childhood.
Yeah.
True story. Actually, I watched every one of the Bills Super Bowl games on a Jumbotron in the mega church I grew up in.
Oh, wow.
Because we were always working on a new set for a show during the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And so you could hear, I actually think about the Buffalo Bills Super Bowl and I hear screw guns in the background putting parts together.
That's funny.
But but you know, I mean, Jim Kelly, God love him, you know, and by the way, Scott Norwood. But you know, I want a Super Bowl win for the Bills before he's gone.
Yes. And I mean, there's a city that deserves it more. I can't think of one. I mean,
I've never seen a city eat, sleep, and breathe a sports team like Buffalo.
It's totally insane. I mean, I live here. I'm from Buffalo. I've been down here since I was a kid, but I'm still diehard. I go up for games. I love it. Several times a year, me and my son and my family go up there, depending. Like we have 13 people going up for the first week in 3 weeks. And it's
Are you going to jump on a table and break it?
No. I can't do that. I'm scared I'll get hurt.
Does your son?
No, he's not going to do that either. No.
Really?
No.
I don't know him very well. I've met him once and we're internet buddies.
Okay.
But there's a certain element where I feel like you bred a crazy man.
Well, yes.
I think you did, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And so I could totally picture him bare chested with a giant buffalo on his chest, just diving onto one of those. And if it happens, I want it in slow-mo. But
if they win the Super Bowl, that might happen.
Okay.
Let's just put it there.
See, suddenly I'm really rooting for them to win the Super Bowl just so I can see Greg do that.
You got a point.
So Josh Allen, he's going to make it the whole season.
Oh yeah. He's a stud. He is a stud. I mean, thank God. It took us a long time between Jim Kelly and Josh Allen to finally get a quarterback. If he doesn't win a Super Bowl, what a waste. He's just way too good not to win one. So, but you never know what happens. So
you just don't know. And of course, if we're really to believe that the NFL and Taylor Swift are conspiring against all of us, it could be another Kansas City Super Bowl. And if it happens, this is my hot take.
Let's not go there.
I'm going there. It's proof positive that the NFL is the WWE. Okay. And I don't think it is. But if T Swift and all of her bling ends up front and center in another freaking Super Bowl, WWE.
Yeah.
Scripted.
There you go.
I don't think it is, though.
I don't think so either, because it's going to be Buffalo.
There we have it.
Is that a Kansas?
Ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here. Buffalo Bills for Super Bowl in 2026.
Yes.
Yeah, 2026. It's already here.
Amazing, right?
I know, it truly is.
Yeah.
Well, Dan, thank you for coming on the show. I'm glad you had a hot take.
Thank you.
I'm glad.
Fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I'm a little concerned about the Bills thing, though, because I feel a little bit targeted since you know me so well. Just saying. Bootstrapped Unicorns. This is a short episode, but an important one, because if you don't have your finances in order, you are out of order. And that's just the bottom line. I have been working with Dan. This is a personal testimonial and a commercial for him. I've been working with Dan now for approximately 3 years. It's almost 3 years now. And my confidence and my understanding of my books is up. My ability to move faster with decisions is real. And I also have seen him get involved with friends' businesses. And I know the AB of their confidence and their abilities to make decisions has changed as well. So if you are feeling shaky about what's going on in your business world and you're not really clear about your numbers, Dan's a serial entrepreneur. He knows what it's like to be on your side of the fence. You really owe it to yourself to give Dan at Accurate Bookkeeping Solutions a call. What's your website URL?
Accurate BKS.
Accurate Books, got it. AccurateBKS.com. AccurateBKS.com. So you really can't screw with this entrepreneurial journey in the wrong way, right? You're working too hard for this. So do yourself and your family a favor and just call Dan at AccurateBKS.com. I genuinely, and you guys should know this by now, I really am in your corner and I want your journey to be an absolute success. At least half of why I do this, and half of it's for my own business, right? But the other half is because I really believe in the economy and the people of our great nation being driven and fed by your hard work as an entrepreneur, opening up opportunities for great employment and to grow all of us. This is where it starts hitting home. So if you're doing it wrong, you're harming all of us by not thriving. And one of the things you must do is call Dan and get this straight. All right. So until then, your assignments, go to accuratebks.com, find Dan, fix your crap, go like, subscribe, follow on my show, right? Because that's what you should have done a while ago. I don't know why you didn't. Go do it. And now get back to work.